Rollin' Big Daddy. Do we use the song?
It's up to you. You want to go like old times?
All right, Mijo, get in.
What the f***?
No
song today.
Huggie, come on, get in.
All right, I'm here.
No song.
No song.
We're going to, we've gotten a response from the song. A small response, but a response nonetheless. And people say they skipped the song.
Oh.
Which, honestly, if I listened to a podcast and it had the same song every, like the intro song, like I skip, like when I listen to Joe Rogan, I skip all his shit at the front just to get to the meat. So maybe we shorten
even
it up.
Nardwar, you just skip it.
Yeah, skip, yeah.
No more.
Maybe we shorten it up because it's 47 seconds with the bed, so it's probably like 30 seconds. If we can get it just like a do 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 do, you know what I mean? You think
like we're a clown show.
Ba da ba ba ba. 5 notes. Do 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 do. Stays on the Stream podcast.
It's like Seinfeld.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe
Maybe we steal that. I don't know. Let us know. So one of the things I wanted to talk about today, something that's popular on Netflix and social media. A lot of people are talking about this. I forget the name.
Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy. The Ted Bundy documentary on Netflix. We started it the other night. Didn't make it very far because, for whatever reason.
For one, you gotta like be in a mood. At least for me, like I'm not like going to delve into a psychopath's history when I'm like feeling good. Like that's a heavy topic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I it's one of those things where it's just interesting. Like serial killers in general are interesting because their brain is so different. It's like that's what they get off on. To where instead of just going out and getting drunk or getting high or whatever your vice is, their vice is murdering people. And a lot of the times raping people.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of backlash on people because, Ted Bundy is this or was this like charismatic, attractive guy, like well-spoken. So like he didn't have a lot of not feedback, pushback on luring these people in. And so a lot of people that are watching this are getting on Twitter and Instagram and saying things like, oh, Ted Bundy daddy and shit like this. Girls are
Jesus.
like, Ted Bundy's hot, and they're like, honestly, I would have gotten that van with Ted Bundy. And I'm just like,
I mean, knowing what you know now.
But yeah, basically that's their stupid way of saying he's hot or he's attractive.
Yeah.
But it got me thinking. Obviously, serial killers
and
have
just to say, I want to preface this to say how like vanilla he was. Like for the 70s, like there's a story in there. I didn't get to the episode, but there's a story in there where he murdered a girl, and like he remembered that he left a sneaker there and like a pair of earrings, like when he was like getting her, and he went back to the crime scene the next day and grabbed it, picked it up, and like walked away while the police were there, like
just casual.
Didn't like nobody thought like he was just so
just hidden in plain sight, right?
Yeah. So
yeah, he looks pretty vanilla.
Yeah,
yeah, there's a lot of backlash of people. They're like, it's get on Twitter and see for yourself. But it had me thinking. Me not being a murderer or a serial killer, could I kill someone? And there's a lot of scenarios that you can unpack here. So you have the obvious case of self-defense. Someone is trying to kill you, and the only way that they're not going to kill you is if you kill them. So clearly, I could kill someone in self-defense. Allegedly. I'm going to be using that word a lot. Allegedly. What about you? Could you kill someone in self-defense?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Allegedly,
you could kill someone in self-defense.
Yeah.
Or, not even self-defense.
I would hope most people would try to kill the other person in self-defense. Like, I wouldn't let someone just kill me.
Just kill me.
Yeah.
What about not self-defense, but defending, like, your family? Like, someone, like, assume you live at home. Someone breaks into your house, and they're like, I'm gonna kill you and your family. And you're like, no. So you try to kill that.
That's self-defense still.
Yeah. Well, what if they're like, I'm not gonna kill you, I'm just gonna kill your family. You obviously kill that person before they killed your family.
Mm-hmm.
So the self-defense, I feel like that's, everyone can agree you could kill someone in self-defense.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be with your bare hands, knife, gun, whatever. Where it gets murky and weird to think about is, could you just do it?
Just to do it.
Just to do it. Because in your head, I feel like maybe we haven't all had this. Allegedly, have you ever had the thought of, I wonder what it would feel like to murder someone?
I've definitely had that feeling.
Of like just
or
wanting to know.
Yeah.
Because it can't be a good feeling. I'm just trying to like,
you don't know.
Imagine.
I mean, you would hope it's not a good feeling.
I'm talking about like post-murder. I'm not talking about during actual murder, because your endorphins and shit are probably going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And you might get some weird high rush.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you hope it wouldn't feel good, but for some people, it's like, oh.
But for me, even if it did,
I guess that's how you make a serial killer, right? They're like, that felt good, and that's their high.
And the thing is, I'm assuming that they don't have that post regret or like conscience, like feeling of being like, oh shit, because death is so permanent. It's one of those things, like we talk about serial killers and stuff, and a lot of times they get like romanticized and like made into this huge thing, like the Zodiac Killer, Charles Manson, all these people. You know, you're thinking like, oh, let's make a documentary. It's entertaining. It sucks us in, but you don't think about the person that got murdered. That's permanent. Like they're gone forever.
Well, the thing is, they don't get to tell their story, right? They're
exactly.
Gone, so.
Exactly.
It's only the story. It's a one-sided story. I don't know. It's weird, for sure. Like, but I've definitely had the thought where like,
you just wonder.
It's fucked up, but I've definitely like walked down the street and I was just like, what if? Or like been in my car and been like, what if?
What if what?
What if I just like ran this person over?
Allegedly.
I've never done it, obviously.
Is that how you would do it?
Or like, what if I just like, because I've read stories where like someone's gone in a bar brawl.
Oh yeah.
And they've gotten outside and like the guy came back out and like, I read a story where a guy punched a guy in the back of the head and his head hit the ground forward and like died immediately.
That's like, another layer. What if you killed someone accidentally?
Involuntary manslaughter.
You're fighting someone, like you're mad, like you're trying to hurt them, but you're not trying to kill them. Like, yeah, say you land a hit just right.
And their head hits the table.
And they're dead.
Yeah.
Dude, that
because I know someone who like, obviously he shouldn't have been drinking and driving. I don't know how he's related to my family or if he is, but he like got behind the wheel and he like ran a construction worker over and he's been in jail for like 25 years. Like he didn't go out that night thinking, I want to kill someone. I want to go out, have a good time. And he's like, I could drive home, and he couldn't. And he wasn't like blacked out. He was just like drunk. Like,
but still, that's.
I mean, it's a gray area, but like he wasn't blacked out. He was just like really like drunk. Like a lot of people have done.
Obviously, there should be no drinking and driving at all.
Yeah.
So that kind of muddies the water on just like, let's assume he wasn't drinking. And just
he was
hit
tired
someone with his car.
Let's say he was just tired.
Yeah, let's say he's tired. Hit somebody with his car.
Yeah.
Kill somebody. Yeah. So the thing with it is, if you think it's like if it's accidental, like if you kill someone accidentally, that's gonna be something that you think about every day for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Whether it's accidental or not.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine accidentally taking someone's life and just having to deal with that. And not even think about you, but like the family. And because you're the person that took their loved one away and you didn't mean to.
Even that recent thing, that hockey bus.
I don't know about this.
There was a hockey bus that was traveling to their next game, and there was a semi-truck driver, and apparently he was just a bad driver. He had a bunch of violations on his record already, so he shouldn't have been driving. But he wasn't a bad guy. He was just driving, and the stop sign was hidden behind bushes. So he thought he had the right of way. The bus actually had the right of way. And so they ended up like getting T-boned, and he killed like 13 kids, a coach, the bus driver. And he was like, pled guilty. He's like, I can't do anything about it. Like, I'm sorry. Like, he's going to
plead guilty to something if I could get a lesser. Well, I don't know.
But if you're like your conscience, like, again, you're facing now the families of these people, and you're like, I'm not guilty. And he kind of isn't. He shouldn't have been driving, but like the stop sign, like, you know, there's definitely been times where I haven't seen a stop sign, blew through it, and I'm like,
yeah, I've ran red lights.
The one by our house.
Yeah, I almost run that all the time.
Yeah, so I don't know, but going back to the original thing of like serial killers and like actually going out and murdering someone, have you ever thought of it?
Allegedly, if I had thought of it, I don't even know if I'm using that word right.
You're just saying it.
I'm just saying it. I'm sprinkling it in because I know that keeps you
just one day they're going to come back to the podcast.
In episode 79, Mr. Pierce said that he would have definitely murdered someone this way. Allegedly. Going back to, what was the original question? Sorry.
Have you thought about murdering someone?
I've wondered what it would feel like to, because we're primates, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I've wondered, like, I'm sure that's such like a primitive feeling, especially if you kill someone with your bare hands. Like if you're in like a fight, like you get them down and you just like choke them out.
I've never been in a fight. You've been in a fight.
Yeah.
I mean, but
kid,
like,
not like a primitive, like adult.
But you've been in like a schoolyard fight.
Scuffles, yeah.
Yeah. How'd that feel?
It's kind of invigorating, honestly. Yeah. Like getting hit in the face hurts, obviously, but afterwards, like once you're in a fight, you don't really feel the pain.
Did you win or lose?
I lost. Most of the fights I've been
in. But I felt great.
Most of the fights I've been in my life, I've lost. I was skinny growing up.
You were. Well, tweezer.
But it feels, once you're in the fight, it feels, you have this rush. It feels good. And then afterwards, obviously, you're in pain.
Yeah.
But I can see, like, let's assume we're back in primitive times, you know, and you're a monkey man, Neanderthal or whatever, and this other one comes in and he's like, well, this is my shit now. You're like, no. And so you start fighting, and the ultimate goal is someone's going to die.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine that feels
pretty great.
Exhilarating.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
And there's some people who don't have regrets.
And that's where I think we get into the psychopath realm.
Yeah.
And like serial killers. Because if you kill someone and you have no remorse or anything, you're like, I could do that again. That felt really good. It felt invigorating.
Yeah.
Like going to the gym, you know? You got all these endorphins and shit going. That's where we get into murky waters.
Murders, I guess it's not the act of murder. I guess the thing that bothers me the most is death.
Because
like
so
I'm not
permanent.
Yeah, it's the only permanent thing in our lives. Like, you know, it's coming. It's coming for everyone you know and everything you've ever loved.
It's lurking.
It's lurking, man. That's the scariest thing. It's the only thing that we all know we're going to do is fucking die. Way to bring it down. That's me. Yeah.
Yeah, we all are going to die. How do you think...
I'm going to die.
How do you think you're going to die? Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see my astrological sign.
Jesus Christ.
Listen.
Bullshit.
I've heard people
I heard you arguing last night.
I've heard people say...
You're like, that's not me. That's not me. I'm trying to go to sleep. And you're like, you think that describes me?
Listen, I've heard people say that because you ask people, you know, how would you want to die? Which is such a weird question in itself. But I've heard people say, you know, I want to die in my sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to experience it. I don't know if I would want that, because it sounds weird to say it like this, but you only get to die once.
But you don't know you're dead.
But why wouldn't you want to experience that as part of your life? You know, because if you go to sleep,
there is no more life.
I know, but what I'm saying is that's the last thing that you
will ever do.
Yeah. If the last thing that you ever do is lay down and go to sleep, that's such a weak ass. No disrespect to people that have died that way.
God damn.
But I'm saying
That's a Mijo comment, bro.
If I could pick, why not go out like some crazy?
So why don't you want to go skydiving with me?
Because I'm not ready to die. I want to.
So when you're like, how do you know when you're ready to die?
When you're old. I don't know. Dude, if I do want to skydive, but not right now. I got too much stuff going on.
I just got my sweepers.
I just got my yeah. I just got my first batch of sweepers in. I don't want to die yet.
Yeah.
It's crazy. If you want to write into us at tsitrpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Or on our socials, TSITR Podcast, and answer any one of these questions that we just asked. Could you kill someone? Would you kill someone? How would you do it? How do you want to die? We'll talk about it next podcast. I think I just asked a question that we didn't. How would you do it if you had to kill someone? Or if you were going to kill someone, how would you do it? Allegedly. Here's where we use allegedly.
Yeah.
This is key.
I don't know. I guess depends on like how bad you hate the person or like surroundings.
Yeah. Assuming that you could get caught and everything.
Oh,
like real life
allegedly.
Allegedly. Like, let's assume you don't want to get caught. You're gonna kill this person, but you don't want to get caught.
I guess I would just buy a gun and then buy some acid and just like dissolve them and like dump it into like the river.
So you're gonna kill someone and then fuck up the environment by dumping acid in the river?
Yeah.
Asshole move.
What do you do with acid? I don't know.
Not dump it in the river. I do know that. Jesus.
That's what I would allegedly do.
So you'd shoot him. You go the gun route?
Yeah. I don't know. I guess this is more of how fucked up I am, but like I've seen a lot of those like beheading videos, which is kind of fucked up.
Oh, dude, I've seen those too.
And
those
like
will fuck you up.
I'm permanently scarred, and like
I can see
that. Just
it.
see, I could just. It's so vivid. Like talking about how primitive, like you get the willies, man. Like it's so traumatizing. Like I wouldn't. Again, I couldn't think of myself doing that. Like that.
That's like some savagery. Like
that is
you. Like that person hurt your mom or whatever.
They're an infidel. Like I don't know. I just remember being like that first one, Daniel Pearl.
Dude,
I still remember his name.
I don't remember the name.
And it was the first one. It was like 2002, and I was just like, "What the fuck
that's
did I
kind
just?"
of when we were in the wild west of the internet, dude. You had like Rotten.com.
Dude. 2002.
Kids.
E-Bombs World.
Yeah, dude. We came across
LimeWire. You just download the video.
Came across some
fucked up things.
Yeah, stuff that I'm 28 years old. It's still ingrained in my brain that I saw when I was 13.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus Christ.
But I don't think I could ever do that. That was.
So you would shoot and then dissolve the body in acid, and then dump it in the river.
Allegedly.
Dude, I'm gonna go not smarter. I'm gonna go a different route. I'm gonna go poison. You know,
Mr. Spy over here.
Yeah.
James Bond. You got that James Bond haircut.
Get the ricin. I don't even know if ricin really exists, but
it does.
That's the big like poison in like all these movies.
Yeah.
It's ricin. I would do it that way.
Yeah.
And
allegedly.
I would allegedly do it that way. And then just have my distance, I think.
Yeah.
Because you'd have to do
it.
You
You got to be close enough to give it to them and like trust somebody to do it for you. If you're
yeah. I guess if you're just like killing a random person, you just have the ricin like on your like the movie with James Franco and Seth Rogen.
Oh.
You can just have it on your hand and walk by someone and just be like, "Oh, excuse me." Damn, that's scary. Can people do that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have to keep wearing long sleeves year round, dude. No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't kill anybody ever.
All right, let's get out. Now I'm going to a dark place. What else do you want to talk about?
Allegedly saves us though, right? Like if someone that you know like gets
Wait,
shot.
I actually want to speak on this. I was just watching an interview while I was working earlier.
Check this out. Do you know what you just did?
What?
Do you realize what you did?
No.
You don't?
I spoke over you.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah. And
The thought was in my head.
Yeah. So I had a conversation with Mijo about this last week. Because after we record this, we do a little video editing, and he doesn't show any emotion while we're recording the podcast because he doesn't hear anything that anyone else says ever. The only thing, you watch his face on these videos, and all he's thinking about is what he's going to say, and then he'll wait till you're right in the middle of a sentence and drop it by raising his voice like this, and he'll say, I was just thinking of it. So, yeah, if you're a fan of the podcast,
might allegedly kill you.
I might allegedly. I don't know.
What were you going to say?
I don't even remember. I want to hear what you have to say. Everybody pay attention. We got a groundbreaking statement from Mijo.
No, I was watching an interview, and the guy was speaking how there are Native Americans who refuse to walk around with a $20 bill because it has Andrew Jackson on it. And how like people who were murderers like are always glorified unless they're a minority. So like Al Capone, glorified, made movies about. Andrew Jackson, he's on a $20 bill and he's one of the greatest presidents, and and you know, all these like mafiosos, but
you look
people,
at OJ.
But you
look at OJ.
Yeah, he's vilified. I mean, like I'm not saying like that, but like people who started the Black Panther Party, they were vilified. They were murdered in their sleep by the CIA because they are against the status quo. And it was interesting that you said, like, you even said it. You're like, you know, like all these people, like, and you started naming off names, and like it's all this, like these murderers, Ted Bundy, they're glorified. They get Netflix series, but like as soon as you start talking about like, hey, which Native American murdered? Oh, he murdered great Americans. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's kind of fucked. I didn't even think about that. Like we walk around with murderers on our money. And at what cost? Yeah, okay, America is this country now, and it's like you killed a lot. You created the Trail of Tears. You murdered like 400,000 Indians in one go.
Yeah, I think
it's kind of weird. Isn't that weird?
It is weird. And there was if you remember, I can't remember how long ago, like a year or two ago, they were talking about switching up who we have on our money. Like Susan B. Anthony was one of the candidates to be like on the $20 bill.
And the lady who did the Underground Railroad.
Who did I just say?
Susan B. Anthony. She was part of suffrage, women's suffrage.
Are you looking at it?
Yeah.
Because I remember her name got thrown in the mix, and then someone else's. Yeah, to just like rebrand our.
Yeah.
Because people think that we have this misconception of like, oh, America's this great country, you know. But let's think about it for what it really is and like how it was founded. Dude, it's fucked.
Yeah.
There's no other way around it.
What's her name?
And we have all of these.
Harriet Tubman.
That's what I was thinking. We have all these ex-slave owners and murderers on our money, which I guess is fitting since money is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
But damn.
Yeah. But Al Capone gets, you know, a ton of movies.
Series.
Yeah. Ted Bundy gets a Netflix series and people call him
Halloween
Zaddy.
costumes.
Yeah.
But it's weird.
But you start talking about Fred Hampton, who founded the Black Panthers, and he was 21 when he was murdered. 22. In his sleep. One of his friends was bought out by the CIA, put sleeping agent in his beer or coffee. I don't quite remember. He was asleep, and they shot him while he was asleep. And they said he shot back.
See, here's my thing. To derail completely of the point of why you're saying this. If you're going to poison somebody to where they fall asleep, why shoot them? Why not just keep poisoning them?
Because then it looks like he put up a fight. Because apparently, like, he woke out of his sleep and, like, shot one bullet. And they said he, like, shot back. Because there is a bullet pointed at.
Oh, so they already have a bullet to explain.
Yeah.
They have to explain. Okay, got it. This just popped in my head too.
But
Kurt Cobain. Have you seen the documentaries about him? I think one's called Soaked in Bleach. Dude, I don't think he killed himself. I really don't. I think someone killed him because he had the toxology report. Like, he was doing drugs and shit, but they say he overdosed or whatever. That he had the, like 3 times the amount that would kill either himself or a horse or some shit. I can't remember. But it was like an excessive amount that like no one would like ever, do unless you were like trying to kill yourself. And then the shotgun wound. So I don't know, man. There's a lot of fishy shit going on with that.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought he was like, obviously he was fucked up a lot of times.
And there's a lot of fucked up shit going on with the suicide note. Like,
I didn't even know.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't know anything about that. We should watch that.
Yeah, I watched it a few times. Seattle PD fucked that thing all the way up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was our... Hey, you know what? We might be onto something here because murder podcasts are super popular right now.
They're in.
They're in, dude. People like hearing about murder.
Yeah.
But weirdly enough, people don't like being murdered. You got anything else on murder? Should we end it with something light?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see here. We got the Super Bowl coming up, but we're not going to talk about that.
Nope.
Because we don't fucks with the NFL. Let me see. Happy stories.
Are you going to go to a party on Sunday?
On Sunday? Do you know anyone having a party on Sunday?
I could find one, but
well, actually, I party every day, so I'm like Andrew WK. Yeah. If the Super Bowl happens to be on while I'm partying, so be it.
That's how it was last year. Last year was like I was barely watching it.
I don't care. My interest in football stops the second they graduate college. I mean,
if
honestly,
they graduate.
Yeah, other than like exceptions like Baker Mayfield, and still even now, like I don't.
You didn't watch one Brown game this year.
Don't care. Don't care. I like the personalities.
Yeah.
Oh shit about the NFL. I'm not seeing any happy stories. You got any happy stories?
No, not really.
Oh, here's a happy story. As if we all didn't know already. Chick-fil-A has the best customer service in America. The votes are in, and Chick-fil-A has been voted the best customer service in America. The ratings for the best customer service were based on the quality of communication, technical competence, a range of services, customer focus, and accessibility. Second place went to who? Take a guess. Fast food place.
Taco Bell.
Sonic. And third place went to my people over at Arby's. They got the meats.
God.
Do you agree with the survey? Absolutely not.
I will say
customer service, yes.
I don't eat Arby's, so I don't know anything about it. I haven't been to a Sonic in about 4 years, so I don't remember. The one I went to was slow, and they had a guy on rollerblades, like it was 1960.
That's the thing, dude.
I was like, "What the hell are you doing, man? Like,
That's they're trying to get those tips.
You're gonna hit a rock. That slush is gonna get all over you." Like, but as far as Chick-fil-A, they do have an amazing customer service, but they're not fucking open on Sundays, and they need to give the people what they want.
Yeah.
Screw your Lord. Damn. We want chicken
Jesus
sandwiches.
Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
You're about to make a song right now.
That sounded like a song, right?
Gee. Yeah, no.
Blasphemous.
I don't go to fast food for customer service, though. I go to fast food for a desire
to hate yourself in 10 minutes.
I don't go to Taco Bell because I like its flavor out. Well, yeah, I do.
Speaking of fast food, KFC
the bottom
is launching a Cheetos sandwich.
I'm down for that.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I don't like Cheetos and fried chicken.
I mean, whatever.
You saying you wouldn't eat that?
No.
I think you're a fucking liar.
I don't get the whole deal with putting Cheetos, like even Taco Bell putting the Fritos in the burritos. Just because some shit rhymes doesn't mean you have to put it inside of each other. Come on. I don't know. I'm done.
Yeah.
You done? You got anything else for the people?
No, man.
All right.
I deleted all my shit off Instagram. I don't know if you
Oh.
noticed. That's felt
Yeah.
kind of liberating.
Yeah, so Mijo's Instagram, there's no point in even following him anymore. So if you just want to go ahead and if you follow Mijo on Instagram,
Unfollow me.
go ahead and hit that unfollow. Let's see if we can
Do it. Fuck it. I don't.
see if we can drop his followers down. No, yeah, why'd you do it? Because you saw someone famous do it?
Oh, well, yes, I did see someone do it, but they have 0 pictures. I left 3.
I like how Rick Rubin does it
Yeah, he puts 1 a day.
and then deletes it.
Yeah, I like that. It's always like inspirational stuff. It's kind of cool. He doesn't need a flood. He doesn't need a whole page like some of these meme pages where it's like the
I
good
would
quote.
leave it, though.
Huh?
I would leave it so you can see him. What if you forget?
Save it.
Oh, whatever.
Screenshot it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, what is
Camera.
what's the need to have 700 pictures?
Did you have 700 pictures?
Something like that. Yeah. And
God.
that felt like a lot. And some of them were like, the first day I had Instagram, I remember taking that picture, and I was just like,
You know what? I don't really like the way that my Instagram looks aesthetically.
yeah, and that's a whole
Aesthetically?
thing now. You know, like everyone having the same like hue of like their colors.
Because we post these videos on our personal Instagrams.
Yeah.
But we
Well,
also
I don't do that anymore. Obviously,
I don't think that I want to do that anymore. I think I just want to put our videos
on
on
the
the podcast.
Titzer, and then I just share it to my story. That's what I do.
Yeah. Sorry, we're working out our social media game plan here. If you want
No,
to
but
follow
this
us on social media, it's TSITR Podcast
Yeah.
on all platforms except for Snapchat. We're on YouTube, TSITR Podcast. You want to send us an email, tsitrpodcast@gmail.com.
But what's the need of having all the pictures? I'm not going to be a model.
Sorry.
you
Sorry,
know,
sorry,
like
sorry.
I'm not taking 10. Like there's people who make a living off it, and I don't see myself right now making a living off Instagram.
So why even have an Instagram?
Fair enough. Well, I mean, I kind of need it for work.
No, you need it to creep. That's what you need it for.
Well, that too, yeah.
Pull up your searches on Instagram right now. Pull up your searches on Instagram right now and show the people. You ain't got nothing to hide, Mr. Sims. You could not pay me enough money to do that. Someone called me out recently for
They did.
creeping on their Instagram. Guess what? I'll find a button here.
Fuck you.
No, I don't have a button for that. Oh, no, I just hit it.
Wrong.
But yeah, so yeah,
All right.
follow Clay. He's more important. It's Claybird.
I'm not more important. Just better looking.
That too. He's more important and better
see,
looking.
You don't even when you don't fight back, it's not fun. All right, that's episode. It doesn't matter.
Well, if anything, I'd say I'm more important and you are more better looking.
Are you done? Oh, check it out. I got 2 phones now.
Are you done?